taking it over.
Says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. On third down, it's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Taylor now to return it. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
One, ready? 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Pats, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Burrow on third down. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. He's got him in. Complete. Gets around him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry. yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Back to Mixon on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The Patriots at 10-4 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
47. We're going to 54 right here.
And again, it's Prescott. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Elliott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott now. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Touchdown! Drew Sample in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Hendrickson.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Prescott now from the 50. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
To throw again on second down. Prescott.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
In motion right is Aguilar.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Prescott.
This one swung outside to Strong. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
47.
Prescott.
Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. But Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Mixon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They'll start the drive with Elliott.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dashing through the snow, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
On a return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. It's Boyd. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
So a 4th-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taylor now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And the Patriots will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Charles, a lot